Have the top off now, or got the screws off rather. And here's something I didn't really know beforehand. You know how I was calling those little, those things, stickers? Those aren't actually stickers here. They're full-fledged, just screw hole covers here, or screw covers here. Can't really pick it up on with this camera, but they're not adhesive here. There's actually a little rubber piece that is in the shape of like a Phillips head screw, and it just fits down on there, like on a piece of furniture or cabinet or something that you get. So that's actually really nice here. It's an improvement from when I was thinking it was just a sticker, because it makes it much easier just to be able to reuse. Now here's something I noticed about the Plexi. It isn't cut directly to size here. You can see it kind of bows out once the screws move. There's some play in it, so that's kind of unfortunate. Doesn't seem to hurt anything though. Once you get the screws in there, it'll hold it down pretty well. I don't know if this is something that's on all of them on this batch or whatever, but in any case, let's get this out of here. Here's something I really like about this, is that the artwork is actually like printed on the back, or adhesive on the back of the actual plexi. So what that means here is that it's got like a sense of depth to the artwork, because you're actually looking through a couple millimeters worth of plastic to actually see the artwork. It's really neat. So, and that little mirror surface on the back there means it's going to remain mirror surface. It's not going to get all scratched up. So I really like the way the artwork looks. The buttons will be replaced soon enough. The metal panel has 6 screws that hold it in place. So we don't really need. I have no reason to actually take that off. But if you do, like if you get one of the 6-button conversion kits, you'll just take it out with those screws, and there you go. Again here, our screw holes for the mounting the LS32. Got the joystick here, and I also have another LS32, of course. You take off the S plate, and then you'll save the screws, and then it'll just go directly underneath of the metal panel. So you won't need to use the S plate to actually mount to this. I got an LS56 here that I'd gotten from a while back. I believe this is the RE plate, or RS plate. I meant to look that up before I did the voiceover. Oh well. So, I know some people are wondering about if an LS56 would be able to mount. So, this should be able to. We'll just do a quick test fit. Trying to fumble around with my tablet and the stick, but should be able to get the here. And yes, it lines up here with the holes perfectly. See the 2 top holes are lined up, and bottom holes line up as well. So you can use that if you want to. That'll mount easily. And one of these days I may put that in there. I got that here because I got a bat top for it back when I got it, and it's got the 8-way restrictor plate on it as well. So I got it, just so I could have a different feel. I never really had a stick to put it specifically to put it into, but I'll keep that for later. So my plan of attack here is going to put a switch in there to so I can turn the start button on and off. It's going to go somewhere within that chord bay. I forgot wherever it fits best. So we're going to use that off-track Dremel to start hacking away at some plastic. It's not going to be pretty, but it's inside the bay, so I'm not even worried about it. If I had to flush mount this thing, I probably wouldn't even bother. But since I have all that space in there, why not? So what I'm going to do is get the signal wire from the start. Whichever one of those is signal, I'll use my multimeter to figure out. I'll cut it, run the wire to the switch, then from the switch, connect it back to the signal wire, and that way I'll just be able to break the circuit whenever I need to. This switch will go in there somewhere. Probably end up mounting it vertically, not horizontally, just because the way that the plastic is there. It's gonna take me some time here to get this all cut out and set up next. So next cut there'll be a whole lot of more work done here. Some buttons. We'll have a switch. Okay. Well, here we go. Already went through, put in that switch. Some of you guys that are professional modders, I hope you don't kill me for this work here, but it gets the job done. Like I said beforehand, signal cable, just snipped it in half with a gray piece of wire to the switch. It's a single pull, single throw, and just reconnect it right back there, and there you have it. Here's something interesting here about the door. I saw where somebody, well, there's my switch, of course, but I saw online where somebody had said they broke their door off. I was wondering how. And if you look at what's actually holding on the door, it's just these little plastic nubs. And they don't stick out very far. And, of course, they go inside the door here. So it allows the door to be able to pop off, which made me doing this mod a whole lot easier. But they're just really small. I wish they were actually a bit longer or bigger, because that seems like it'd be pretty fragile. I mean, imagine down the road here, maybe the plastic's gotten a bit more brittle. I mean, like, say I have this stick 10, 15 years down the road, and for whatever reason I'm still using it. Will it snap off? I don't know. So I got the door here from a TE that I yanked off from one of my sticks I had. And you see the pegs are on the door, and they are much longer than the little nubs that you get on the Q4. So that is one thing where just a little build quality thing where they seem to have a beat. And the door itself is flexible on both of these, which is how I was able to get them to pop off. So hopefully we don't run into any issues with just serious breakage. So just remember to be gentle with the stick here when you're opening the door. Installing the stick. Buttons as well. Wire up everything and we should be getting done. And here we go. finished stick. I had some, as you can see, got my Sanwa joystick. And those are Sanwa buttons. Those are the red pearl buttons, which of course end up looking pink. But I've actually had these buttons for about a year or so, and they just kind of been hanging out. I've never used them in anything, so I figured, let's use them. Some people want to know why did I go with pink? Because, pretty much. I've got some blue pearl buttons as well, so I may switch those out. So, I don't know, you saw that little tackle box I had beforehand, had tons of buttons and stuff in there that I could use. Now, one thing I did know how I noted beforehand how there were those cutouts where the buttons aren't actually like attached to the metal panel, that actually made these really, really easy to put in. Like this is probably the stick that I've had the easiest time actually putting the buttons into it, because the holes in the plexi are pretty big, and I didn't have to worry about trying to jab them into the metal. So there's the front of the stick. Once more, got that nice felt bottom of the stick. One of the mods that I was going to do was I was going to add some washers here to the rubber feet, because I've heard those can come off the screws. In fact, I saw a guy at Seasons Beatings. He had one of these sticks that had seen a lot of action, and the rubber feet actually had come off, and you were just left with the screw just kind of sticking there. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen to mine here. Also, is the felt that's so great here. One thing that his stick had is that it had been used so much is that the felt texture kind of rubbed off, and so where it was actually on people's legs, it was a bit bare. It still actually held on your lap pretty well, but it's not an indestructible felt. It's no felt, it's indestructible. But so that's one thing you may run into. The bottom of this stick may not hold up quite as much as I would like it to, but we'll just go along with it. If I need to mod it after that, I'll just mod it after. So this is the video of just me modding the stick. The switch I installed, that works. So I can turn off that start button if I need to. And yeah, I may switch out the buttons. I'll leave them as they are right now. I don't know. I also may install some button plugs here, because I'm not always a fan of having the 8, but I had 8 red pearl buttons, so I figured, why not? Let's just go with them. Let's use them. It's not doing any good sitting in my tackle box. So that's about it. That's the video.